Okay, we are back. Sorry for the upload schedule. Um, I have a bit of a health problem to deal with, but I'm back. And before we start, I want to give you the context. So, because my room is pretty small, I don't want to have a fan on the floor. So, what is my idea? I want to thing, put this thing on top of my wardrobe to reduce the floor space usage. So here's the rough design. The center pole over here is the part that the fan will slide into. So the fan have a negative space, a circular negative space. And this below the somewhat rectangular shape is the adapter that I will screw down onto my wardrobe. And there are like 10, 10, 10 mounting point to make sure the fan doesn't fall down and get broken. So this is the overall sketch I made. Yada yada yada. I tried to plan some stuff ahead, but ended up have to change the design due to the screw not available to me. So I give it a bit more thickness, fillet it correctly so it sits flush, and this is what I have now. The problem in this picture is that the fan is not pointing down on me. This is as low as it can go, so I have to get the metal tube cut, plop the fan down. The white part is the 3D printed part, and it doesn't blow at me. So that is a problem. I cannot bend metal like that, and the fan is currently pointing at a very useless angle. Okay, back to the drawing board. I think that so I think that I cannot bend metal. I cannot cast metal. So how about I print a part with with a lot of walls, because it seems to be very tough. Some of the model I print with 100% walls are very rigid. So the design go down, mount. So I designed a part that is basically replacing the metal tube that the fan came with. So this thing is fully 3D printed. I used the additive loft operation to create the shape, and this is the final result. So the fan is finally pointing at a desirable angle. Don't mind the wire. It is a temporary fix that have been existing a lot longer than I like to admit, but it is working perfectly. Every connection here is ferro connected with a ferro and properly terminated, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so this is what I have been able to achieve last week, but now I have another task, is that to design a part to mount the same type of fan, so the fan with the tube inside, to mount this thing on a wall for my dad. Okay, is this okay for fan? This is, I'm trying to come up with an idea that can hold the fan up for like a long time. I'm talking years. So definitely it's going to be 3D printed PETG, no PLA. I basically haven't bought any PLA for like a long time, like half a year now. So this is the rough idea that I came up with. So I have like 2 mounting holes over here, one on the left, on the right. This is the tube that the fan will slide down onto. I will put 2 holes. I don't get the I don't have the exact dimension yet, but I just we're talking about the concept first. Okay, so we got that down, and I want to refine this design so that I can not worry, so I don't have to worry about this thing falling onto my head. Okay, so that is the main idea. Okay, so the first idea is that to print this thing in this orientation, the flexure here have the best strength. Okay, it isn't gonna peel off the wall because I'm not using counter bore bolt here. If I have to use counter sunk screw, I will use it with a washer, because when I print it in this orientation, left to right, using a countersunk screw can split the layer line when we over tighten it, so we don't want that. We want it to have a proper clamping force. Okay, now the first thing, I have sketched this thing yesterday, but the first thing I noticed is that this thing doesn't look very secure. That doesn't look secure at all. I wonder if I can fill it. No, they don't like that. Okay, so I want to create some type of fillet to minimize the stress, because 90-degree angle doesn't handle stress very well. But how should I do that? Okay, maybe I can create, go back to the sketch. Yes. Maybe turn this. Can I turn this bar? So 1 second. I want to turn the additive pipe on. I'm using 1.1.0 release candidate 3, so it have a bit of a performance issue, but I think it because of me not knowing how to configure it properly. So yeah, I want to create something like this. So I'm gonna turn this thing into construction geometry for now, and have something that looks somewhat, okay, not like that, GM. Okay, I need to fill up that space somehow. Don't know how yet, but I'm working on it. Okay. GX. If I remember correctly, it really was somewhere around here. Let's be conservative. Put it right there. Okay, I have a problem with this because, okay, yeah, sometimes when you reference external geometry, it come out as a straight line. This line, this straight magenta line, will be treated the same as your sketch line, not your construction line. The FreeCAD help team has helped me figure this out. I need to change it in preference. 1 second, preference. Where is it? Part design, sketcher. I might be messing with the I need to check with them again. Basically I can toggle it and there's a preference for that, so yeah, problem solved. Okay, got that. Now I want to create some type of GM to fix the, let's go with halfway. Yeah, okay, M. Okay, I need to go the other way, but it doesn't want that. No, not that. It's GA center. One right here. Another one about there. Change it to tangent. Okay. Vertical. Use with an N. Oh, I forgot to turn on that so that you can actually see what I'm doing. GX. Okay, cannot show the top line like that, huh? Okay, maybe I can do that. Can I press it? GN. Okay, overlapping stuff like that is going to be a pain for me. Maybe I can do it like that. No, it kind of projects the line. Maybe, yeah, G N. Damn it. Am I choosing the correct? Okay, I really need to change it in preference. One moment, please. Okay, I have found a setting. It is in Sketcher General. Always add external geometry as construction. Okay, let's try that again. Boom. Yeah, it is in a lighter shade of magenta. Both of them looks very similar to me. Sorry, what is it? Oh, and in the new FreeCAD version, they added a ton of shortcuts. You don't need to customize yourselves. For example, I want to view this thing in X-ray mode. I don't think they have this before. So I just need to press QS, and a lot of the command like, yeah, center rectangle. I don't remember they have this one before that. They have rectangle, but I don't remember that one. Like what? This one exists already. Yeah, but it feels like there's a lot of new command, and I really appreciate FreeCAD development team in that. They clearly listen to the community and it shows. Okay, I think I missed. Should I add it fully? I feel like I'm just gonna shift it around and not truly solve the problem in this area. But I'm gonna just add GN to turn it into normal line first. There. Yeah, up there as well. Okay. It's a bit laggy. Okay, it is broken. No. I just turned it off. Yep. It looked like, okay, it's not what I intended. But you know what? Maybe I should Maybe I should do that. So I'm gonna delete those. I'm gonna delete that one as well. G M there, there, there. Put that in. What's the issue? Don't say anything. Is really necessary to add the dimension like that? Okay. It's going to look like that. Yeah, I feel like I'm just shifting the problem around instead of actually solving it. Yeah. Okay, and we need to try a different approach now. So let's make it two. Okay. I use like additive pipe or loft. I don't understand the difference for now, but there is some difference. Okay, it looks smooth, but yeah, I don't like the geometry over here. So what I'm gonna do now is to sketch it from the side first, and then perform some kind of lofting, cutting action. Wouldn't it get? Wouldn't it bring me to the same place here? Okay, and yeah. So this is the point of the channel. Right? Show you the frustration and the feeling of being stuck like this. After sketching hundreds of stuff, I still get stuck on things like this. Okay, right. So the mounting problem is not an issue. I make this thing pointy, even it is 3D printed, because I want it to sit flush with the walls. So I'm willing to have it pointy and add a brim or a mouse ear when print. Okay. This one, oh, I cannot come. It must be in the middle of the two screws. I cannot compromise that. One of the issue I was worried about is the peeling, maybe. So like I have 2 point of contact, but the screw can maybe provide not enough holding force, maybe. So it needs some kind of metal beam across it, or a sufficiently large washer. But a metal beam looks a lot cooler, maybe a lot more secure as well. Maybe I make the entire thing rigid and just make a hole like this and only design some support for the hole. It could be an interesting approach. Okay, let's try a new body. we're gonna sketch it on this surface. Gonna make some symbol geometry now. GM. So this is the wall. The y-axis is the wall. Gonna make some basic sketch. So the underside doesn't need to sit flush with the walls because it's not going to collect dust in that angle. One here, an angle here, up here. Do I need this one, or should I let it sit flush? It's a circle. Yeah, it is a circle. It's gonna sit flush. Here, to the side, one to the side, up, that, right there. So now let's get to constraining. Got a rough idea of what I want to make. Okay. I want it to be the same. Yeah, is it a good idea? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't really know. Okay, I need to answer a couple questions. How thick is the mounting bracket need to be? I would say I would like it to be 1 centimeter, so like 10 millimeter in thickness. That amount of plastic should be strong to hold it. What is the edge over here? 26 millimeter. I am assuming it is the same same diameter for the fan too. All right. Yeah, the converge gonna look like that, huh? Maybe they should have the same radius. Should I make this part also 26? I believe so, because it makes the entire length over here very homogeneous. Ooh, I think we can counter a problem. If we design it like that, shouldn't this part also be 26? So that when we 3D print it, all the lines will be homogeneous. I mean, most of the line will be homogeneous. Okay. Let's test it, shall we? Oh yeah, so for all the line to go into the same, to go in the same way, it needs to have a continuous span like that, so that no lines being interrupted and make a whole and make a separate batch, separate wall area. Right. Yep, everything seems to be automatically. Oh, okay. It automatically removed my redundant constraint. Nice. Maybe I can make it sit same by using a horizontal constraint. Yep, now they move together. I don't want the bend radius to be too big, so let's give it a 10 millimeter. It's 10 millimeter too big. 7 is good because it will compromise this part for me. Maybe. I wait, no, not really. I can make it away, make it bigger. So the last fan I made is about 40 millimeter in length. Okay, clearance, because sliding there's gonna be a bunch of stuff in the way. Let's give it 40. Maybe 40 is maybe not much, maybe too much. Basically this fan is pointing straight forward. It doesn't need to be pointing down, because this fan is more like an air circulator for the clothes to help it dry faster inside my house. Yeah, so like it basically just move air inside the house. So I just need a way to mount it. 40, too much. 30, 3 centimeter of stuff. Oof, that might be too rough, but yeah, we'll review it later. I will personally review it. Okay, how high does it need to be? I believe it should be a tad bit taller so that I can access the screw from the side. Do I need to access the screw from the side? And that is an important question. Yeah, because let's say it is the screw over here. Does it affect the integrity of this structure? Does this thing work like a pry bar that pry the screw out the wall? Oof, oof. Usually when I put it straight in there, it feels like the entire section is pulling down, not away from the wall, you know. I don't need to add. Oh, maybe I need to add that. Maybe I need to make it. I feel like this is gonna bit me in the butt later. Okay, this is the design I like. Okay, let's make it. Gonna extrude it by 10, 15, 15. Yeah, 15. Let's measure this thing. 26, right? Okay. Wait. Wait. Wait a minute. Cancel. 15. Okay, okay. Now I need to cut the shape that I need. And choose the sketch surface. Okay, I have heard the dev saying that I shouldn't attach it reference generated geometry. So this is generated geometry. This is generated geometry. But this part over here, it is sketch geometry, and it is much more robust for sketch to reference those area. And I kind of see the logic, yeah. And especially because he's one of the people in the development team. So let's work with that. So yeah, I'm gonna reference this one, but we will sketch it. So let's sketch it in one of the main surface. GX. Turn on the sketch. Can I? How do I reference that thing? Does it seem like I could reference it? No, 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 no. I can reference a lot of things, but I can't. Wait, what? How does this work? I can reference this line. Maybe. I don't understand how. Yeah, I can reference the generated geometry, but not the sketch geometry. How does that work? Okay, very weird for me. Okay, tutorial time. One. Okay, been stuck with this thing for a bit too long. I have been contacting the FreeCAD helper Discord server, and Toot has been amazing. So sorry for taking so long. You might have realized the time skip on my monitor. Let's get back to the problem. So I just found out a way to attach my new sketch to the original sketch. Yeah, maybe this is not the smartest thing to do. It's alright. Let's see, what can I do? What can I do? Okay, yeah, his suggestion actually make a lot of sense. Yes, remove the pocket operation. So this is just transparency mode. Right click, or we can use TVVT. Sorry, VVVV. No. Yeah, VT. So do I need to click on it? VT. Okay, I do need to click on it. Let me turn on the. All right. I should make this thing that tall. So let's get back to the sketch. I might want to make this thing a bit taller to avoid the confusion. That one, this one is okay. Okay, let's go back in 6. I was messing around a bit. Okay, got that one. Got that one. Okay, that one might not need to be so big because I will delete it. GL and connect it like that. GN. So it didn't need to be 26. Yeah, okay. It does need to be 26. Okay, okay. Here and here. Where'd it go? Nice. Okay, we got this one. And instead of pressing on the surface and sketch on this surface, there's a risk that the edge geometry here might change so much that we cannot edit the original sketch anymore without breaking the other operation below. So what I learned from the FreeCAD team, I'm sorry I cannot show the chat because I don't want to dox myself, but you may be able to find it hard enough. Okay, so I got this thing. Maybe I can just make a stump like that with reference to this line, and this is what he showed me. Of course I will make a tutorial. So I click on this surface, like surface I want to sketch to. So XY plane, okay, choose the surface, press X. I'm not gonna reference anything for now. I'm just going to show you how to do it, right? So like G, okay, I'm gonna make something GM, not GC. I should make something simple first. 60 millimeter, yeah, let's go for 60. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do it. So just a simple circle so you can see the center. Okay, press escape. Going to VT, toggle transparency. And now I choose the second sketch over here. Let's call this thing Pedestal. This I use Pedestal, yeah, Pedestal. Choose that one. Right click, attachment editor, and right here, instead of a plane, I can choose the vertex that I want to work on. Can I choose the line? Not really, but because actually I can, but it will turn to the z-axis, and I don't know how to reverse that. So attachment editor, click on the attachment. You can of course change the attachment mode. So to this point, so the z-axis still going up. Okay, left, right, and okay. So I'm gonna toggle back. So this is what I got, right? And now I want to sketch the dowel right in the center, or maybe away, a certain distance away. This thing is 150 millimeter, right? So we'll sketch it. G, C, GN. So let's go 26. Yeah, I want it 26. Okay. Right there should be good. Can delete that now. And that is just to show me how to attach it easily. Now, here to here, 75, right? Okay. Up and down. So instead of referencing the generated geometry, this line is generated geometry. This edge is generated geometry. This vertex, the point over here, is generated geometry. This face, this face, this face, and this face, all of them are generated geometry. But this thing, sketch 03, I'm sorry, I have to talk with it. V3. No, V1. V. Oh my god, I'm gonna embarrass myself. So like V1. What? V1. Okay. But this is the sketch. This is sketch 003. And this is actually sketch geometry over here, the white line only. So I will reference the sketch geometry instead of the generated geometry. Okay, this is a one of the more stable workflow that I can follow, and I believe this is better for a more rigid design. Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go for the fan dowel. And right now, can I GX? Okay. Before I do that, I need to toggle transparency. Select VT. Okay. Because only when it is transparent can I see the sketch line. Right? Like what? Oh, select the sketch. VT. Okay. Yeah, I cannot select the sketch over here. The original sketch, but I can select the sketch around it. This is what external geometry does. It doesn't allow me to directly reference that. Close that. I have to toggle transparent mode using VT. Go to the fan down sketch and use. Now when I use wait, why isn't the sketch online? I feel like I have failed the guy who helped me. Okay, I have it on again. I can select the line, but I don't want it. Okay, yeah, that line. What doesn't it show white for me? But now, yeah, now I can select the actual line. Before I cannot do it. Right? Okay, it's a bit wonky. 1 second, please. Okay, I forgot that step. I forgot to disable the path. You see, when I enable the path, even if I turn on the sketch, I cannot see the sketch line. So even when I put GX, it only references the entire face and not the line. But when I turn off the path, it shows up. X, and you think that my line is hidden? No, it's down here, maybe somewhere. Maybe if I click on it, it will show up. Yeah, it will show up. Yeah, nice. So that is how it shows up. Yes, I am referencing this circle directly on this sketch and not this generated geometry. Okay, I hope we clear that up. Okay, now I need to make this thing the center of that. Simple thing I can do is create a point that is in the center and make these two things horizontal to each other. Okay, got that. Also, I would want to make this thing a little bit more 3D friendly. So like GN. I'm gonna create the suitable geometry for it. Like so. This thing is clear. I kind of want to move left and right. Through the center line. Make sure that point, center point, make sure that point is also contacting it, and voila, we have it. So should I reference it to that 70-degree maximum angle my printer can handle without any noticeable shrinking or support required. I'm gonna create an arc. Let's create a rough arc first, because for some reason this thing never attach easily. Like so, I don't understand how it broke. But let's try to remove some. Not select the constraint. This one maybe. So maybe connecting them together first, and then making this line tangent to the circle. Okay, that is what I want to make. Now I can toggle the pad on and extrude my fan dowel by 40 millimeter, like so. Yeah, maybe I do need some, I don't know if I should design the support for it. What do you think? If I design support over here, then I don't know if it can stand on its own. Because I want it to be easily cut off. Maybe I will just use the generator support. It doesn't worth it to do it by now, but I know it is possible. And I want a bit more stability in the support because this is quite a tall part. 75 millimeter is just over one, right? Don't know. Maybe it will make sense later. Okay. Yeah, so I do need transparency mode, but that is how my sketch is referenced to the original. I can reference my sketch with another 2D sketch instead of referencing to the generated geometry. Okay, yeah, that is the concept. I'm sorry if this video is taking too long and it sounds like a nothing burger. This is the concept that I have in mind. Let's do it again, shall we? So I'm gonna create another sketch. Okay, this time is it in the XZ axis. Choose it and sketch it. Okay, just make. Do I really need that? Yeah, actually need that. Okay, let's make something like so. Okay, I will call this sketch mounting holes. All right, the mounting hole sketch. Transparent again, VT. Okay, now I want to mount this sketch to this vertex over here. This is a vertex. This is just a dot. So yeah, 1 second, I have some message. So I'm back. I am back. Okay, so we got the sketch, got the mounting holes, and how do we change the attachment? Right click, attachment editor, hit the plane and choose the vertex that we want. This one. Nice. So we can keep selecting multiple reference because there are a lot of attachment mode. For example, you can select 3 different vertex to create a surface that you want to attach to, and so on. Okay, this is the surface that I want to attach to. And for the mounting holes, I'm gonna delete that guide. GC, I'm gonna create two holes. Each one will be 4 millimeter. This one as well. Okay, these 2 will be horizontal. Okay, wrong axis. This one will be no. Oh, wait. This one horizontal. Perfect. All the way over here. I can make it in the center of this thing, but let's stick to the theme of attaching it to the left side. So we need to have the sketch enable. That one, right? fan double sketch through. Okay, you can hit GX. Okay, I can select the line of the sketch. Why doesn't it light up like before? Huh? It is in transparency mode. But either way, I'm gonna select the line easily. No problem with that. It would play something like I haven't decided yet, so just gonna put on some random number. Okay, I want these two. Should do that. Should do that. This one to this one is 150 minus 25. Okay, 125. So one in here. This one to this one, 25. Perfect. Now we have to deal with the up and down. This thing, dimension from that is now should be 10. 10 seems to be reasonable for such a shape. Okay, put it right through. Nice. Okay. Shift extrude through wall. Nice. This is a new FreeCAD UI is amazing at illustrating what the tool is doing for me. It already put the hole there, but the new UI really make this thing pop for me. Really appreciate it. And of course, I make the stupid mistake of forgetting to make this thing 3D printed friendly, 3D printing friendly. So let's make these two circle here. Let's make it into a, wait, do I need to make it like that? GN and GN like so. Here, another one there. This one should be horizontal. Should this be that? Maybe I should give it a smaller angle, like 70. No. Yeah, no. I need the magic number. 70 is the maximum my printer can handle, so no. This one, this one, and this one. 55 degree. I can definitely handle more. 130. Okay, that's what we wanted. 70 degree, everything works perfectly. Got the angle we want. Let's go for the same thing. How can I? Is it GT for trimming? Okay, trim edge. Let's see if I can trim it. Sorry, GT. Boom. Okay, it doesn't work anymore. Yep, it doesn't work anymore. God, we have to do it the hard way. Doesn't work because this needs to connect with this, and for some reason This needs to connect with this. That needs to connect with that. What's this needs to be in horizontal alignment. The angle constraint is all messed up. This is 130. Sorry, 140. Yep, 70 degree. This is what I want. Onto this one. GM. There. There. GA. Boom. 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 Everything's moving. Okay. This one is vertical. Sorry, horizontal. This one is horizontally aligned. These two angle would be 140. 70 plus 70 is 140. And yes, we got the teardrop shape that we want. We got the compliant shape for the dowel that we want. Looks pretty dang solid for me. Our generated support will handle the rest. V T to make it normal again. Origin. This is the origin of the part. I usually just turn it off. Okay, so the idea is that I plug the fan down here. Yep, every single sketch is constrained to this original, the primary sketch, the master sketch over here. Let's see if I can V3. Yeah, if I go into wireframe mode, it look like that. Okay. Flexing, it definitely can handle flexing with the angle here, and this side is actually flush. We have a decent amount of material. Let me check distance from here to here. Sorry, distance from this face to this face. Should I hold control? Oh, okay, 36 millimeter. I think this is a pretty nice geometry that I have designed it. This one has been functioning flawlessly for the past 2 days. I hope it can continue that way. I think this is the defect caused by me. Yeah, it has always been there, if I remember. So yeah. Okay, this is the thing I have made. So I slide fan in. This is generator support. At least most of it. Can I fill it? This thing? Okay, I can definitely fill it. This thing. So let's do that. Okay, what will it be? Okay, of course it doesn't let me do it, but let's try it away. It doesn't let me fill it the inner corner, but it would let me do the outer corner. How? Okay, as long as it is purple, it is fine. I have a feeling that this geometry is invalid. Can I do the same thing? No. What about this edge over here? No. Okay. Really don't know what is going on with this thing. Maybe because if I fill it, it will violate the edge over here. So I cannot have that. What can I do? So you will come. I don't want to get hit. Okay, this is gonna be pretty sharp edges that will collect a lot of dust, which I don't like at all. But is it a decent compromise that I can make for my model? Sure look like it, to be honest. It still this section over here actually provide a lot of strength for the L bracket, and the center beam sit on that area as well. This is center beam, and the load got put on those section. The only thing I regret is that not being able to round the corner out. I wouldn't be able to round the corner out without redesigning the sketch. And because this vertex here is critical, because it mapped the circle, it mapped the tower. I cannot just change that vertex. Okay, I think I will give it a try after some manual review. Yeah, that will be for the design phase. Now let's move on to the actual real world. I need to mount my fan on this pole over here, and this is the surface that will contact the wall. So I basically design this part with homogeneous material, like as homogeneous as it can. So let me show you what I mean. So in the slicer, like over here, you can see all the layers. Everything is walls. So it just go all the way around from the front to the wall mount. This is the reason why the part is so thick, because it is meant to hold a part that is very heavy, and I want these things to be reliable as possible. In other layer, because this is a circle, so when we move up, there are a lot of layers. They are still a single line of filament, as you can see. So they come up to the edge and took 290-degree turn. I don't know how much of a stress concentration it will create, but I suspect that most of the stress will be on this curve over here. And the design I'm using ensure that there are no weak point along the L beam, and that is why I created this thing. The worst part is that I need to find a screw that fit the hole, not only fit the hole but long enough for the part, because this is the part I have and I need quite a lot of screw to put into the wall securely. Most of the screw I can find locally have a sort of counter bore head and not a flat head like this one. The reason I'm not using counter bore head is because when I screw it in tightly, it might be able to split the layer line down here, and I find it a liability. So unlike this design, let me show you. So this one I designed like that, consists of two parts. This is the mount with a crap ton of screw to bolt down to my wardrobe, and a second part that is solid, so 100% walls to bear the weight of the fan pointing downward. This part I can use counter some screw because the layer lines are horizontally, so they just kind of try to spread it out a little bit. That's not an issue. So like everything is like compressing the layer down, nothing is being split apart, and that's okay. So let's try to install this thing. Done and running. As you can see over there, yeah, took quite a bit of elbow grease, but I hope the bolt will hold on. overall pretty solid. I hope nothing goes wrong with it. Wish me luck, boys.